Hi everyone, it is Joy Packard and here we are. It's already 10:11 p.m. on a Tuesday evening and I just wanted to get on here. I've been working so hard on trying to get the things that I want to focus on and for the year, and I'm sitting down and I love sharing my journals with you. You know, this is one of my favorite ones about starting today. If you can't see that. Start today. You know, a lot of times we are trying to get our stuff done and it's hard, and there's so many different things of, you know, just trying to get it done and we just don't. And today I have been I've been working on I'm in the Tony Robbins challenge, so I started doing some of those things, and I'm in a lot of different challenges for the year, you know, like e-commerce challenges, we got personal development challenges, we just got all these challenges of trying to get things done. And I don't know, for me, I love it because it helps me to be accountable. It helps me to have daily check-ins, you know, daily things that we need to be doing. And, you know, you can create your own challenge. You know, maybe your challenge is every single day to show up. You know, sometimes it's just, I know for me, like making something public, saying I'm going to do something, and doing that makes it just that much more attainable, right? When we put ourselves out there and we say that and we start today. This is one of my favorite journals that I have. And I have literally been putting together all of my thoughts as far as my personal goals and my business goals, and you know, all these things. You know how we are and you know how I am. And oh, I didn't have my piano. I was going to show you my new MIDI piano that I got. I think some of you saw it. And I'm taking this music course, and they said it was beginner friendly, and let me tell you, it is not beginner friendly. And anyway, here it is. I got the case that came with it, and those of you who do music, maybe you'll appreciate this, right? But look at it. Look how cool it is. It's a 25 MIDI keyboard. And so look at the cute case that it comes in, right? And so I play the piano, you know, and I play the guitar and everything like that. But I wanted to, what you do with this is you can hook it up to a computer. You know, it has a little thing, so you hook it up to the computer and you can actually put like these little squares and stuff right here. Thanks for all the hearts. Hi Ted, hi Candace. These little things are drums. So like if you're, you know, hooking up this to your computer, you can be like boom, boom, boom. You know, these are like drums, and you can put different sounds and everything. This is a really simple one. I think that there's a lot more elaborate ones. And so I was taking this music class, and one of the things, it's supposed to help you write music, and it's been a dream of mine to finish my songs, you know, like even though like my kids are the ones that like sing and everything, but you know, I have been trying to work on my music as far as writing songs and things like that. And I signed up for this class and I got on, and I'm telling you, it is not beginner. And so I got on there and I was just like, oh man, this is going to be, you know, kind of hard. And, you know, we had to come up with all these different things, and everybody is like so much more far advanced than I am. I mean, I'm literally sitting here trying to figure out how to connect this to the software. And everybody's already, you know, making their vibes and writing their tunes and everything. And, you know, I at first was thinking, this is so discouraging. I don't even want to do this. But you know what I said to myself? I said, you know what? I'm just going to continue to do it and do what I said. And what I'm going to do is take the manual for this little MIDI piano and take it step by step, little section by section, and even from like how to add the instrument into the software and things like that, right? And so, and take it from there, and then take it from there and take it from there. And you know, one of these memories that came up for me on my Facebook memories was something that was called the first, like my mom was holding one of my grandkids, and it was the first time she met this grandson. And, you know, it got me to thinking about the first, you know, like our first marathon, our first event, our first music class, our first challenge, whatever it is that we have, there is always going to be a first, right? And it's going to be something that you may not understand, something that may be hard for you to begin, to start. But there's going to always have to be a place that you start, where you start today. It comes back to the journal, right? And so it's like, if you are trying to do something and you've not begun, just know that somewhere someone down the, has like done this before. What makes you any different than that person, or what makes that person any different from you? Like, you have to just say to yourself, like, if someone has done it, then I know that I can too, right? And all I have to do is have the same tools and have the same things that they did, and just do it. Just like this piano thing, just like anything, like somebody, I was putting on my first e-commerce Simples on Seller event about 3 years ago. And I remember someone telling me, that's really going to be hard for you. And, it's going to be difficult, and you may not, it just may be hard. And so I was like, oh, and I didn't know how to put on an event. And so I just did it, and it wasn't the most perfect event, but it was awesome. And there was so many awesome connections and networking going on and things like that, that we did it again, and so, as I look back at the different things that I didn't know how to do, like one of my daughter-in-laws last night was asking me to help her get her domain going and her, her website going. And, I didn't know even what GoDaddy was and all of these different domain companies. And, every time you learn something, it's like you learned it, right? And then you build upon it and you build upon it, and you just step by step, you're going to do it. And so, I don't know. I just think that I wanted to share that with you, because I know that sometimes it's hard, like you want to do something. Maybe it's a new business, or maybe it's a new exercise goal. Like you want to run and you don't know the proper way to run. When I ran my marathon, I didn't know how to run like the right way, like all these pretty runners that run pretty and everything, but it's like, I just put my feet, one foot in front of the other. And that's just pretty much just like anything, right? We just do it. And I think that's just something that's been super awesome to learn in my life as I've learned all these different things, is to just, whether, if it's not perfect, just begin, just start, and, just do it, right? And you learn from your mistakes. If you're starting an instrument and you play the wrong note, or you create an event and you maybe messed up and the microphones weren't working or whatever, you learn from that and you do better the next time. And so as I'm sitting here writing down all of my thoughts and writing down all of, my exciting things to happen in this upcoming year, I always like to say that, I'm going to be an empty nester like in 6 months from now. My youngest of 8 kids is going to be graduating. And so it's like, what are some of the things, like it's so different now as it was like then when I had my babies, like when they were little, like, right? What sometimes in your life you have these different stages that you go through. Maybe you, like a couple of years ago, I was a caretaker from my dad and a caretaker from my mom. And during that time, it was hard, and I had to adjust. And I had to, maybe not do as many of things of my business because my time was with them. And so now, like as I'm beginning to, move into this next phase of life, it's so exciting to see, places that I want to travel, nonprofits that I want to start, maybe other business ideas that I want to get into. And so that's kind of an important thing to remember too, like as you are in your life and as you are pivoting, in 2020, there's so many different things. We were in a pandemic. Some of you guys have retail stores and you had to close, and so as things happen to us, then we need to do something with ourselves to pivot and to adjust and to do those things, and I don't know, I've just learned so much about myself, over this last year, and about what I really want. Because, sometimes what we want is not really what we want. Like we think we want it. And then once we reach that, it's interesting because then we're like, okay, now I'm here, but now what? Like this is what this feels like. And then it's kind of like, okay, so I reached this particular point, but now what do I do now? And so as you are, still working on, here we are in January, and we are talking about, our different goals and aspirations and inspirations and, whatever it is. I think that it's so cool to take an area of your life, for example, music, like in my life, and like some of you who are coming on late, and show you my new MIDI piano that I got. I'm so excited about it. It's like a 25 key thing. And, when I think about this, I'm like, is this something that I know how to do? No, I know how to play the piano, but like cooking this up and trying to find the right software and everything, man, it is just like so hard for me. But if we tell ourselves that something is hard, it's definitely going to be hard. But if we tell ourselves, like today in the Tony Robbins micro challenge, it was awesome because, you know, some of the wording was, instead of saying, I can't do something, he said, change it to I must. Change the word can't to the word must. And I got to thinking about that, you know, like how often do we say, I can't do this. I can't, this is too hard or whatever. But what if you changed your wording to the word must? That would be such an interesting twist, right? You know that, you know, if you must do something, then you have to do it. And so as I am taking on this challenge, you know, that's what I'm thinking about, like, as far as like, okay, I could just completely just give up and say, this is too hard. I don't want to do it, you know, but I'm just like, no, I'm just going to start from the beginning. And all these people are way more advanced than me and they're writing their songs and everything, but I'm just going to start with, how do I connect this and add instruments to this on my music Pro Tools? Because they already know how to do all that. And that's the other thing, you know, as you are going through some of the things that you're going through, it's really easy to compare yourselves to other people. You know, how far they've gotten, how much they know, how much I don't know compared to them. And I think the important thing is to really like focus on you, focus on yourself, you know, like your journey, you know, where you are on your goal as you're reaching that. Like, where am I? Even though I'm here and those people are over there, I'm still here and I'm working myself to the place that they're at, right? So, I don't know. That's just another tip as far as like trying not to compare your journey to other people's journey, because it's just so easy to, you know, do that and to get discouraged and everything like that. So anyway, if you haven't, you know, checked out my podcast, I have a new goal. And I'm trying to do a podcast a day. And if it's not per day, like right now, it's January the 11th, and I'm already 11 days behind. So I'm going to catch up. I'm going to catch up on the 11 days and maybe double up. And they're very short, you know, they're going to be short little episodes, like 5 to 10 minutes long. We will bring people on to interview every now and then. Those will be like 30 or 45 minutes. But the podcast is called Joy Reveals. And so it's on iTunes right now. It's on the Shopify. If you are on Shopify, I've been doing too much e-commerce today, Shopify. It's on the Stitcher app if you are on the Android phone. I can't believe I said Shopify, but that's because I've been doing Shopify all day long with my stores and everything, with my e-commerce business. But yeah, so if you know, are on there or not, that would be wonderful if you would get on there and just, you know, review the show, because it helps it to raise up. The other day, I found that someone was listening to my podcast in, what was the name of the country? It was so interesting to me. I think it was just like this wild out there country that people, like, I have the software that shows like the stats of, you know, where people are listening. And I think one of them was like Pakistan and another was like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you have a voice and you have a message to share as well. And it's just interesting to me, you know, as we do this, like I just like record and upload and get my VAs to upload. And it's just interesting to me, the people that listen. So anyway, I have just a lot on my mind tonight. And I just wanted to share with you as I'm sitting here doing my goals, doing my gratitude journal, working on music, working on, you know, different challenges. Challenges meaning a 21-day challenge for e-commerce, or a 5-day challenge for this, or a 5-day challenge for, you know, this music or whatever, that kind of challenge. And so maybe, and you know, whatever field you're in, that would be kind of cool for you to do the same. Like if you're in e-commerce, go find an e-commerce challenge to do, you know, that can get you, you know, maybe a 30-day challenge or something like that. Or if you're working on your personal goals, like your health or whatever, maybe trying to, you know, help your knee to feel better. My daughter gave me some exercises to do for that, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to do that as well. So anyway, it's late. I just wanted to get on here before the night was over and share with you as I'm sitting here writing down all this stuff, and hope that it can help you in some way. So hope you guys are doing well wherever you are in the world. Hi, Miles. Hi, Trimmel. Hi, Candace. Feel free to post where you're watching this from. I always love to see where people are from, and feel free to share the video as well. So take care. Talk to you soon.